All right, I am live. Let me go live on Instagram. La la la. All right, I am back and it sounds good. Okay, so we'll and come again. So anytime I have an audio issue, thank God for those who are watching and can call and tell me. I have a page running that I watch tennis on sometimes. And sometimes I forget to shut it down. So that interrupts the audio when I'm running a live. It make me sound robotic. So thank you, Tash, for letting me know. Because we done there chat and you can't hear me. Thank God for those who tell me that they can't. So what me did I say? What was I saying? I was saying that this business retired me after doing it for 2 years, been doing it for 3.5 years now. And it's a business that has allowed me to live the life of financial freedom and time freedom. And it has allowed me to do a lot of other things too that we might take for granted these days, and don't realize so we would appreciate if we had more time, right? Time is something that we just goes by, and we spend so much time on our jobs, that if we had that time. Somebody else will call me know Natasha, so I tell me about the audio. So I don't know who that is. Okay. Now I can put it on airplane mode. Yeah, so we have so much time power. We don't have enough time to do things that we'd love to do, but we spend all our time working our 9 to 5, right? Because we feel, we're put in a position that we have to work for a living. We're put in a position that we have to work in order to survive, or so we think, right? So we are put in that position, and all that time that we spend working, getting the paycheck at the end of the week or the end of the 2 weeks to hardly cover the bills. After that is said and done, we still don't have time to do anything else apart from work. You don't have time to travel, spend time with your kids, enjoy some leisure time, go for a walk, go on a trip. Some people get the little 2 weeks off, which, you know, is not enough. Down the time for even go to the doctor sometime. We have to take day off for go a doctor. Take take day off, not even our day off. We have to take day off, and it's a lot. It's a lot of things that happen throughout the course of the time where people are working and trying to make ends meet. And that causes people to really suffer internally. And because you're suffering internally, that is what is projected externally. That's what happening around you. Things aren't going right, family issues, um, financial issues, and internally some people feel sick, then get disease and stuff like that because they're not lined up properly, because they're overworked. They're not happy, right? When you're not happy because of what you're doing and you'd like to do something else, it affects you as well mentally. All of these things, all of them something here, right? But people feel like them can do better because that's all there is to work just to make ends meet. But there is better. There is better. You set the standard for yourself, right? You set the standard for yourself. We are living in a time and a coming out age where we see a lot of people doing things differently. We see people doing what they love. We see people taking chances with businesses, doing things online that can afford them to do so much more, And then sometimes we say, well, this is somebody that look like they're lazy because they all them do are up on social media, or them a take trip and where them a go, where them make money. What is it that they do? Sometimes it look like a joke because we out here are some people out here working very hard while some people just living and thriving. And that's only because people found another way, because there's so many ways that you can actually earn and not have to work a 9 to 5. There's so many ways, unlimited ways, unlimited. And until you decide and realize that you want to do something different and you want better, and you start to look around, and things even start to come into your path, you're scrolling on social media and all of these things, until you decide that you want better and the opportunities come and you take action, nothing will change. Nothing will change. If you look for things or you are seeing things because you want a change, and you decide that you are going to label them as scams and all of these things, whatever you say goes. A lot of people always say to me, this business is a scam, all sort of something, and they don't know, but they will say it because they put it in a category of something that they may have experienced before. Some people used to do online things years ago, pyramid scheme stuff, and they got scammed, so they just automatically just assume that that is what this is, and that's not the case. But that's what most people will just figure because of the past. And if you're going to do that, then you're robbing yourself of opportunities. You are robbing yourself of opportunities that can actually change your life. If you keep an open mind and change your perspective and look for the good in things, I promise you that you will embark on opportunities that fit you, fit where you want, and it will work out for you. That's exactly what happened with me and this business. It catered to me because of that me did want. And I decided to take action. Now, if me did I look for something and say, "Me want a change, me want better," and me I look for the something, I'm gonna find the something, and all me I do I criticize the something not going to work for me because me don't make up my mindset now work. Me don't label it what it is already. So there's no way that it's going to work for me because I am in charge of my destiny. I am in charge of what works for me based on what me say and what me do, right? It's not going to work or go any other way than what me say. You understand? So that's just something that I want to share with people. If you're genuinely looking for something, don't label it as what it is not, or don't label it as something that you wouldn't want it to be. If you genuinely want it to be something that works for you, keep an open mind, think positive, and just walk into it. Take step by step, find out what it's about, ask the questions, but keep an open mind. Don't have in the back of your mind say something will not gonna work and it's a scam, because whatever you perceive, the universe is going to shift up things and make it look exactly like what you say. All when I not so, it are gonna make sure it look the way there, because that is what you perceive, right? So that is very, 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 very important for you to understand. Okay, so me I talk about money. Money is the topic for today. How money actually works beyond hard work. We think or we did think or them did tell we say, right? We have to work hard for make money. But what if me tell you say I know so it go? Because me and you know that already. In a the situation, most of we were working hard, and the money is just it coming like the harder you work, the less the money is. It coming like the harder you work, the money gets smaller and smaller, right? And then and it now make no sense. It now make no sense because the tax will come out, you still not left with nothing. And go one of you, but you want to do 2, 3 job. You only have the 2 foot and the 2 hand, but you need for clock in your son, clock out, then clock in at the next one right after. So it's just the math. The maths is not mathsing. And listen, I was good at maths in high school, but me did fail, get the 4 and do it over and get the 3. But all me know say that the maths then are maths. Then in the rocket science, I'm a mathematician for realize that the maths now work, yes, so right? Working hard does not give you more. As a matter of fact, the harder you work, the less you get because you are going against the law of money. right? Money is a law. Money is energy. Money flows easily when you are not chasing it, right? And if you can understand that, just understand the first line there when me say, if you chase money, it run from you. If you're working hard, that's you chasing money. So right away, just say to yourself, all right, how can I not chase money? How can I have money work for me? And I recommend to every single person to at least Google and research how money works. What is money? How does money flow? So you can realize that you can actually master, or not master, but come in alignment with the flow of money and how money works. If you were to go to anybody who can teach you things about money, and I don't know what the persons who are teaching, I don't know, I doubt that colleges teach this way in terms of money being energy. Then we'll probably teach you economics and things of the past, and you know, um stock exchange and investment and stuff like that. But what about the attributes of money and what money actually is and how it works with the universe, right? That me that I want to know. Just like how you have the law of gravity, tell me how the money flow, right? Because money no watch no face. Money now gonna say, all right, you black, you white, so me I go to the white and left the black. And that's how it work, right? Money flows, right, to what is attracted to it. And we need to learn and understand how we can attract more of that money. So it doesn't, it's, you can't attract it from working hard. Money works or is aligned. Alignment means being in right standing and being able to attract it easily, or not even easily, but without struggle or strife or stress. It comes in alignment with systems, ideas, and value. Systems, ideas, and value. Some of the hardest working people we know today, you might consider yourself to be that person, are seriously struggling, right? So clearly hard work is not it, right? So systems, ideas, and value. So the old belief versus the what is really true. Working harder does not mean you earn more. That is our old belief. What we usually think, we have to work hard, we have to work 2 to 3 jobs. If you realize that you're working a second job and it's still not working out, it's either not working, it's either you get more money but you're more tired, it not work out. It's either you get more money and you have less time for relax or to spend time with your family, it's not working out because you wanted more money but it's taken away from something else. That's what it is. And that's not working for you, because once you are losing something else of value, it's not going to help you in any way at all, right? So working harder doesn't mean that you earn more. More hours does not mean more money. That is the old belief now, the old programming what them tell we and what we're doing now, and it's not working. Hustle does not equal to success. That is an error. That's false, right? Those are old belief systems. And I've proven it and I've been there. So, what is the reality of money and how it works? Systems, ideas, value, and leverage. Systems, ideas, values, and leverage. Now, if you can align yourself with a system, that is key. Systems, so money follows systems, right? It's not tied to time, it is tied to structure. That is how money works. Money is tied to structure. So when I say system allows you're able to scale money, right? It is scalable. Automation, which is my business as well, it is scalable and automated. right? And duplication as well. You can't do none of that with yourself, which is why sometimes we feel burnt out because we are trying to duplicate ourselves. We are on we are move automatic, like we are robot working all these long hours, and it's not working. We're replaced with self with the system, right? So you need to get involved with a system that can multiply the money at a faster rate, and that has an automated system that can do that for you, that can work in the back all the time while you are traveling, while you're at home, while you're at relax, even while you're at work. It can work for you, which is where businesses comes in, right? So money is not tied to time, it is tied to structure. This is why when I came into this business and I saw that persons were making a lot of money, I thought something was wrong. And that is why when people say, in the past where me did share how much me I make, and people think something wrong with that because it's not matching up to the 9 to 5 where we work, or where we know, or the life where we are lived before, or well, life that I was living before, but the life where you are live now. The maths never did a maths to you because you are not a part of a system that money is being made for you automatically to the point where there's no cap, there's no ceiling. So it looks like a scam. It looked impossible. At the same thing, when I come into the business and I saw a lot of people making all this money, I was saying to myself, this can't real. This can't be real. But it is, because I have the checks for prove it, get the 1099, the tax information, and any business at all where you say nobody are run. You think you can go to you think you can go to Elon Musk and them man there and tell him say the man a billionaire or whatever. They have the receipts to show and to prove it. It's a business. Right? They have the automated system, which is the Amazon and all of these things, where you go and you buy your stuff and it's automated. You have it shipped to your house and all of these things. That's automation. That is a system. That is structure. That's what it is. So I mean, and it doesn't have to be a big business. It can be any business that is scalable, right? So businesses in general, there is no cap. So when I saw this business model, after a while I understood that it's built on a system that works even when I'm not actively working. If I'm not by my computer and I'm watching my tennis, or I'm on the road, or I'm traveling, my business is still working for me. And that is what you want. You want to be able to do other things and not have to be physically working in order to make the money. Right? That's what it is. That's what you need. That is what you need. So you're not burnt out. So you're not, reach 60 and still try to keep up when you should look for retire. So and we have all of that in here for you already. The structure, the system, the automation, everything set up and ready for you in this business that I'm a part of, right? Another thing, money is neutral. Money is neutral. It responds to direction. So what that mean? You need to have a plan. You need to have a plan so that money can flow towards that plan. The Bible says, have a plan and make it plain, write it down. Because if you not have no plan, then the money not have no direction to flow to. It's not enough for you to say you want more money and you want to make more money and you need more money. If you are always saying that and you think that way, it is just going to be floating in the air that you need more money and you want more money. But what's the end? What's the plan to get the money going? What's the plan? The plan can't be to get another job. That's not it. That's the opposite. You're gonna get the opposite result of what you want. Right? You need a plan. You need a system. Money is a tool. Money is a tool, and money is used primarily to fund an idea, to fund a system, right? Not to just focus on paying bills and just getting by. But I mean, if that is what you want, that is why you're always going to be in that category. If you're working a 9 to 5, you're always going to be in a position where you have enough or barely enough to just get by, because it is not funding anything. It is not funding an idea. It is not running a system. It is not being used as a tool to create and build and duplicate and generate and help and all of these things. It is not being used as a tool, right? So you are working the 9 to 5. So that is the result that you are getting, the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, because you're not using money as a tool, which is what it really is best used for, what it can, what it's attracted to, which is a system. So where does it flow? It flows where there is clarity. It flows where there is demand. I mean demand like me say I want money. What you want it for, right? And where there is belief, where there is clarity, demand, and belief. This is powerful. This is powerful. And this is not a hunky dory something, This is something where if you were to what you calling people that neuroscience and physicians and these people, they were able to capture these laws and understand how it works, and put it in books that I am buying today and reading. And some people know this too, but the people who don't know are the persons who are struggling, right? And that is why you are getting the result that you are getting now. There needs to be clarity, have a plan, or be a part of something that can have money work as a tool, where there is demand to help other people. There's people want to do this, people want to do that, so the money is going to come to you to help to fund for you to do that, to help people. And where there is a belief, right? You have an idea and you believe and you know it's going to work for you, and the universe and God say, all right, she have the idea, she have the plan, she know what she wants, she have her belief to back it up. So we not have no choice but for fund this, because it is in line with what she wants, and there's a system in place and everything, right? So you will get the money going towards that. Absolutely. Money doesn't respond to struggle. It responds to alignment and direction. And let me tell you something. God, I wish everybody could get this. The struggle is the survival mode. The struggle is living the paycheck to paycheck. The struggle is the 9 to 5 hustle and grind. The struggle is wanting more, but not willing to even invest into something to actually have it multiply for you. That is the constant struggle that we are in as a society when we are barely getting by with our job. And money does not respond to that because there's no plan in place. It's not a tool. It cannot be used as a tool in our struggle of a 9 to 5. When you work 9 to 5, you're not building anything. You're just working for another structure from somebody else who builds something, who has an idea in place and hired you as a tool. I mean to be harsh, but this is technically what it is. And you shouldn't be ashamed of it, but what is it that you're willing to do about it? You understand? Bible talk about this, The 9 to 5 is what you do in the day, and then in the night you build. You build something. You have an idea, and you put it down on paper, pencil and paper it out, and start to make it, put in a structure, and God and the universe will just start to help you, to bring you resources. You work the 9 to 5 in the day, and in the night you build something for yourself, so it can help you and take over the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 was not supposed to be long term, which is why you are suffering and struggling. I'm trying to help somebody here. Lord God, me hope una get it. Because I am living this and I can understand why this is. And the fact that I'm looking into it and I'm getting the information and I see what it is for what it is, it's mind blowing. Me not say them I teach this in a school and I went to school. I did business in high school and in sixth form, but me can't tell you they never teach this. I mean know they not teach it at college now. Me know. You can Google curriculum for business and this is not in the curriculum. It's not. It is not in the curriculum. But anyways, the next thing, energy and belief are components for money. Energy and belief. Your thoughts influence the decision that you make, the action that you take, and the opportunities that come your way. And that is important. So if you have a thought that you want to stop work at 9 to 5, or you want more money, you want a second source of income, you're struggling. Persons reach out to me all the time. I'm struggling with what I'm doing now, and I would like to have a second source of income. And I want to know what your business is what it is, and if it can help me. So the fact that you reached out to me about the business simply means that it came to your mind before that you are struggling, that you want to have something else to help you to get out of the struggle, right? And then the first thing was you made a decision. You made a decision to reach out to me, right? To ask me about the business. That's good. That's the energy that's flowing from the thought that you had first to you making the decision. Now, the next step is going to be for you to get going now with the decision of reaching out and getting the information, which is your action. What is the action that you're going to then take after you realize what the situation that you're in and you're doing the research or you're asking me the question? Take the action now to get into the business, find out what it's about, see how you can start. If you can't start now, you start next year or 6 months down the line, but start at any time that it allows you to, based on your finances, right? So, decision first, action second, right? And then after that is the opportunity. The opportunity will then come to you where you are able to travel more, have more money, can pay off your debt, pay your bills, and have whole heap of money left if you can help your family, if you can pay down on a house or pay off the mortgage, whatever. Right? So your thoughts, it's the decision, the action, and then the opportunity. So the opportunity is what comes after you had the decision, you had the thought that led you to the decision, that led you to take the action. Most of we want the opportunity, but we never take action. We never make up our mind, say we want to do it. We never reach out and ask the question. You understand? We want the money, but we never even tried. And this is where the faith without work is dead scripture would come in. You want the opportunity, but you don't even believe in the opportunities that are coming your way. You don't believe that anything you see can work for you because you are still you still run with a story when somebody did scam you and you can't recover from that. So your belief system gets shot, right? But you want more for yourself. But you're not able to take action and make a decision because you don't believe that it will work for you. And so there's no change to your situation, right? You can't sing the same song and expect a different result. You can't sing the song that you were scammed and still expect better result. When you go through a situation in life, it is not to tear you down or to belittle you or to make you feel sorry for yourself. It is to empower you. If you have been scammed before, I guarantee that there was a gift in that scam for you. Something was in there for you, but you can't see it. It did it. Look again. Look again. It is there for you to work now in another opportunity that comes your way, in another situation. Whatever you have been through, it is never to tear you down in the universe. It is to amp you up and to propel you. So if you're still in this, if you're still in the belief, carrying the belief that you have been scammed and you want to move forward but you cannot, you have to let go of that story and paint another story, paint another picture. You see the opportunity. This is going to work for me now. This is going to work for me regardless of what happened to me before. It is going to work for me and it will work for you. It is all about your energy and your belief system. The universe can't work around that. God cannot work around that. Him trying best for work around it when him put opportunities in your way. That is him answering your call. That is him answering your prayer. But if you still sing the same song and I tell the same story about being scammed, and you have to go work around that and try bypass that, you know. That is all on you. So it is very important to let go of that and move forward. If you believe money is hard, you avoid opportunities. If you believe that you have been scammed before, so me I line up myself and I brace myself for your next one, that is what you will get. If you believe that you were scammed before, and you know that you were scammed before, but you believe that the opportunity is out there waiting for you, and you will take advantage of it irrespective of what happened, but you will keep an open mind and ask the questions that need to be asked, you will get the answer that you want. It will work for you if you want it to, but it will not work for you if you don't want it to. That is the power of your thoughts, and that is the power of the energy that you carry, and it is all about your belief system. But we're back to money as well. If you believe money is hard, you will avoid opportunities. And if you believe an opportunity is seemingly too good to be true and it look too, then that's what it's gonna be. Because as much as me did see this business and it looked too good to be true, me still push forward because you don't know everything. Me don't know everything. Me don't know everything what going on in our world. This could have been that one business out of all the businesses that are out there that is real, but looking too good to be true. And it was. It was. You don't know everything. And if you think you know everything, then you really don't know nothing. You have to be careful, man. You gotta be careful. If you know everything, you're not in a situation where you're in. You gotta live the life where you want because you know, say you don't know everything and you're willing to try different things. Right? So you gotta be careful of that. If you see money as hard, you will avoid opportunities. If you believe money flows through your ideas or through ideas, you move differently. And that's another story because I would love to do a live on following your dream, doing what you love. If you love for paint and you like for, if you're craft, if you're creative, if you always wanted to do a podcast, if you always wanted to sell clothes, if you always wanted to open a store, if you always wanted to do something that is not working a 9 to 5 and you feel like it not gonna work or you're not gonna get the money, oh my God, that is an error in thinking. Money flows to ideas, not to 9 to 5. Money flows to ideas. And if you have a business idea, it will flow to it because it will have a structure, and money is a tool, so it's going to work. And you can duplicate it, because if you have a business or you have something set up, you're going to be offering a service or a product which is going to eventually multiply and duplicate, because you're helping somebody who will eventually multiply to multiple people. That's what money love. Money love money is a tool. Money is a tool. Money is a tool. Think of a house and the different tools that the tools will help for build the house. That's money. That's money. Money is a tool to build things. But you need an idea. You need an idea. You need a system. Right? Why most people stay stuck? Trading time for money. That's 9 to 5. You are stuck because you are trading your time for money. I am not trading my time for money right now. Money is being duplicated right now for me. It is being scaled. It is running on automation. So I am not in an office right now, and I'm not trading time for money. And that is why I am retired at 35, running this business, helping other people every day to come to this realization and take the leap of faith. Because trading time for money is what will keep you stuck. Always. If you're working a 9 to 5 for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, at some point you got to realize that working a 9 to 5 is not going to allow me to be comfortable and to not be stuck and to be happy. Right? So you're stuck because you're trading time for money. You're stuck because you don't have any system in place. You're not a part of a business that is automated, or you're not a part of a business, or you don't have an idea where money is a tool to be funded. You don't have any system. You're just working a 9 to 5. Right? Second reason why you're stuck. Third reason, fear of trying something new. This is a big one. You are afraid to try something new. You are stuck. You are comfortable in your comfort zone of working a 9 to 5. So if you're comfortable in what is not working, it will continue to not work. That is why you are stuck. Right? You're not willing to look beyond what you are doing and see that there's a possibility that I can do something else that would possibly work for me. Right? You're not willing to think beyond what you are seeing. And this is faith. This is where belief comes in. If you can't see yourself and do something bigger than what you do, if you're seeing only what you are doing, you are limiting your life. You are limiting your potential. If you cannot see beyond what you are doing, if you can't see the possibilities, and the possibilities are endless. There's endless possibilities. In quantum physics, there's a field that is in the universe that is called the quantum field. I've done a few videos about this. This is where God has a system in place where whatever you think can become your reality. And when you take steps towards that path, it will happen for you based on what you want. So, whatever it is that you desire, it is not impossible. It is more than possible. But when it comes to your mind, it has to come out of the mind and into reality by a few things, by taking action, right? By taking action, by making a plan, and by believing in that plan. And then God do the rest with the tools, which is the money, which is the people, which is the opportunities, the resources, right? The resources come to you from God Himself, and Him give you the idea or the thought of getting yourself unstuck. But then you need to participate by taking action, by making the plan, by thinking of how it can be done and having the ideas flow, using your imagination, thinking big, right? So, fear of trying something new. If you are afraid of trying something new, then you are just going to be where you are all the time. Another thing why people are stuck, waiting until they feel ready. You're not gonna feel ready at any time at all. No, I mean, what would a lot of people say? Well, I mean, not a lot of people, but there's never a feeling of feeling ready to make a change in your life. There's not gonna be a difference in feeling what make you feel, all right, I'm ready now. It's always now. The best time is always right now. It's always gonna be no. There's not gonna be anything different than no, than how you feel, right? Because when you decide right now, tomorrow is going to be another now. So making that decision now is always the best time. You're never going to feel ready because you're always ready. You will always be ready. There's not going to be a different feeling that says, all right, I'm ready. Now is always the best time. Never you put off for tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow is going to be another today. It's going to be another now. So waiting until you feel ready, not no go so. Feel ready now, right? So most people are not stuck because of lack of effort. They're stuck because they are using the wrong model, right? So once me did understand how money actually work, and I understood how money works after coming into this business, not even before, right? Me did just know someone want to get out of my situation and me deserve better. And I could see myself working a 9 to 5, going through different cases, working for different patients, going through different homes, and just miserable, right? Bro Eden says, how can you take action? Reach out to me, DM me, and I will be able to send you the information on how you can take action. Simon says, because the more hours you work, more tax take out. So you work hard, get less money, but burn out for no reason. Yeah, and that's the cycle. That's a loop. That's what it is. And we blame the government and we blame the economy. The system is set up in a way that it works for those who are in charge, you know. It's set up for work for who in charge. It's not set up for work for me and you like that. You have to have your own system. And if you understand how the laws of the universe work, then you are aware of the system that can work for everybody. And that is a fair system. But if we're going off of the system of the world, then it's not going to be fair. And we can't blame them. You can't blame them, but that not gonna do nothing. Let us understand how God made the system for work for everybody. Let us learn it and make it work for you. Right? Let us learn it because it's a system that is available to everyone. But because of the lack of knowledge that we have towards it, then we don't know how to work it. So it's working us. It is not working you, but because you're not working it, it's not working at all. The laws of the universe don't work against you. They always work for you. But they seem as if they're working against you if you're not utilizing it. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. Right? So you need to learn it, understand it, and know it and utilize it so that you can come out of suffering. Right? So once I understand how money works, I mean, as I said, I never understand it until I come in the business and it already a part of a system. But once I understand how it works, I started to focus on learning more, right? And being able to say to myself, I want to be able to share this with other people. I want to share with you that starting a business or being a part of a business or starting something that have a system is not only the best thing that you can do for yourself, but it's actually a law, or there's a few laws in place that is set by the universe, that is set by God, that will work through businesses. Through businesses. So business are not just something where they make people richer, or you have a business so you don't have to work. No, businesses are set up to allow people to live the life of abundance, to live the life of financial freedom, to live the life of bliss and enjoyment. It's not necessarily set up for you to get rich and whatever. Yes, you will make money more than you will ever make from a 9 to 5, but you are able to do so much more with it. And this is by applying the laws, understanding how money works, getting into a program or starting a business or putting an idea in place where money and resources can work for you, and that you're no longer struggling with a 9 to 5. That's exactly what it is. Right? So if you are open to learning how this business works, if you are tired of the survival mode where you're in, the suffering and the struggling, and you're ready to get into something where can really help you change your life, now you can DM me, reach out to me, send me a message and say, hey Jody, I'm ready. I want some information on your business. How can I get started? Whatever it is, you can reach out to me. And think to yourself, ask these questions. Do you believe that money comes from hard work or strategy? Do you really believe that money comes from working hard, working multiple jobs? We have to do the 14 hour, we have to work the holiday and the day off and the overtime, and then take out the tax out of it? Or do you believe that if you can just get into a system, get into a business that can teach you and help you to learn how to work, have money work for you instead of you working for it? If you believe in the latter or the former, then think about that. Think about it. Ask yourself, if me I work all of them hours, if me really I go sit on the entire time, I just I gotta work the hours. And if you believe that it's all about strategy, type yes in the chat. We'd love to see who believe. But if you can ask yourself, you can just think about it, no problem. Um, and there's some things that we have learned and that we were taught about money too. And I think this is one of the things that some of us grow up seeing our parents work hard for money, seeing our parents struggle with money. And sometimes, you go through life, or you grew up not having to, your parents could afford certain things. You didn't want to join certain clubs or groups where your parents never have no money. You didn't want them buy things for you and they couldn't afford it. So it kind of rub you in a one wrong way, and you grew up with that mentality of money being bad, or money not being enough. Money not being enough. Like money is scarce. Someone we grew up and we have that in the back of our mind about money. And I'm gonna do a live about that too. How you can assess the belief systems that you have about money, and how to have the right belief system about money. Because money isn't bad, it is simply a tool. It is simply a tool. It is simply a tool. And we don't know this. So we look at money as, something that rich people use to get richer, and poor people just don't have enough of it. And it's only because of what it is being used for, how it's being used, and the structure that is in place. It works for people if they have a system. That's why some rich people seem to be getting richer. And we can't count people who are scam people and fraud people. People who genuinely are wealthy. And I've heard of a lot of people, because I've seen a lot of people talk about this, they generate wealth to the point that they give away money, because they've mastered or they understand the laws of money and how it works. And these same people talk about it on YouTube. They have podcasts, they write books, and they talk about how before, they were always chasing money, and now money come to them so much where them get way, them still I get more. They have mastered and understand that money is a tool, and understand how to have it aligned with their beliefs, and how to multiply it with ease. And you no need for manipulate nobody. You no need for try for trick people. You no need for thief. You no need for do none of them something there, which is what some people do as well. And I guarantee, I can tell you, because it's a law. It's a universal law like gravity. If you try to get money in the worst way, you will always be trying to get money. You will always be hustling. You will always be struggling. Right? So, how to make money work for you? It's wonderful if you can have money flowing to you with ease. It is beautiful, because then sometimes you will find yourself in positions where you can, someone will want to help a family member and we can't even do it because we don't even have enough money for help ourselves. We don't even have enough money to help ourselves because we are struggling, and we would genuinely love to help other people, but we are just so stuck. We are just so stuck, right? So I implore you, if you want to learn how to actually have money work for you, two things. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Um, I offer one-on-one sessions of learning how to have money work for you, right? Those sessions are two one-on-one 45-minute sessions, and then the third one will be free as well. So sessions on how money can work for you, and other sessions. And also, if you click the link, you will see how to register to get information on my online business, right? This online business that has opened the door for me to do so many other things. I have two businesses now. I have my online business, Thrive Online. Mama put on my hat. Let me just get Thrive Online is my first business. And then I have another business, which is my one-on-one session where I teach about alignment. I teach about manifestation, attraction, and the laws of the universe, including money. If we can work on our mindset and understand how things work and how things can work for us, we can stop suffering, we can stop struggling, and we can start to thrive and start living somewhere we not live. I was there, me not live. I was alive, but I wasn't living, working a 9 to 5 and just unhappy. Me not live. Me never feel like me I live. Some of us go into depression, some of us we get sick and we start take pills, and then we never even have enough time for God doctor because we depend on the job all the time and we have to sacrifice. Do I go to my doctor's appointment, or I just can't sit and stay upon the job because I want to lose the paycheck? What a decision to make. What a decision to make. What a decision we have to make. If you are ever in a position where you're in that decision, run. Run from what you are doing and get into something that will serve you. Right? So click the link, either sign up to get information on my the online business that I'm a part of, or sign up to get into the one-on-one sessions that I can have with you on Zoom, where we will talk about money, alignment. The options are there. If you want any information about anything at all, you can even DM me, send me a message. I'm streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Any questions you have, I will be more than happy to answer them about anything. But it is time for you to really get in alignment. It is time for you to stop struggle and start live. It is not impossible. It is only possible if you believe and know and you say you're ready and you make the moves. Make the moves. Once you make the moves, the ocean will just open to you and you are walking in the middle, right? You can't just stand up on the shore and look out into the ocean and expect the ocean, which is where all the abundance, all the money, all the time freedom, all the traveling, all the stress and the struggle that is not there is. You can't expect to get all of that by standing on the seashore. You have to walk. You have to take the step and go out in the deep, come out of the shallow. The shallow thinking is what is keeping you stuck. The disbelief in yourself and what is possible is what is keeping you stuck, right? You have to think big and believe. Believe and trust and believe. Just that little faith where you have for no say you need a change is enough that you need to take that step, right? So the link is there, or you just DM me and ask me whatever questions you want. But I love you all. Thank you for those who are watching, talking about how money actually works. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, everybody. And for those watching the replay, I hope you got something out of it. I really do, because I want to help people. I want people to actually get this. You might not get it now, but I will always be here talking about it. So you always gonna see me and hear me talk about it. I am going to drive it home. Me and the messenger. I'm gonna drive it home until you get it. All right. Bless up yourself, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I will talk again soon.